If you've watched How I Met Your Mother, you might remember Barney Stinson, a charming womanizer who kept jumping from one fling to another, having casual sex with many different women. His behavior is an example of promiscuity, the act of having casual sexual relationships with a variety of partners. For some, the idea of casual sex is not a big deal, while others see it as damaging to our state of mind. But have you ever wondered what drives this behavior? Is it a part of human nature or something we develop through our experiences? In today's video, we'll tackle these questions to provide you with some insights into why we might engage in casual sex. By recognizing the motivations for engaging in casual sex, we aim to reduce stigma, encourage open conversations, and foster a more accepting society that promotes mental health and informed decision-making in relationships. The blueprint. Could having multiple partners be deep in our genes, tied to our evolutionary roots? Some evolutionary psychologists think our tendency towards promiscuity might come from our hunter-gatherer ancestors. Back then, having several partners could mean more kids, which was crucial for survival. For women, being open to multiple partners had its perks. They could pick the best genes and ensure healthier offspring, plus get better care for their kids. For men, it meant a higher chance of fathering more children. So basically, this behavior might have helped our ancestors have successful and thriving descendants. But not everyone in the science world buys into this theory. It's still up for debate and research. Some believe that casual sex is a result of low self-worth. But is this true? The myth of self-image. It's not uncommon to hear people say that promiscuity comes from low self-esteem. The thinking goes, if someone is hooking up with lots of people, maybe they're trying to feel better about themselves. Have you ever wondered if this is true? It seems like it could be, but it turns out that this belief is based more on stereotypes than facts. A study that looked at nearly 30 years of data on college students found no real connection between casual sex and low self-esteem. Researchers examined whether women who engaged in more casual sex had lower self-worth, and the results were clear. They didn't. The same was true for men. So while society might judge people who have casual sex, the idea that they're doing it purely because of low self-esteem isn't supported by evidence. Instead, it might be the way we fall in love. Can't help falling in love. Apart from sexual promiscuity, there's another, lesser-known promiscuity type. It's called emotional promiscuity, falling in love easily and frequently. If you know someone who seems to always be head over heels in new relationships or gets deeply attached to people they've just met, you've seen emotional promiscuity at play. Research shows that there's a strong link between emotional and sexual promiscuity, where both behaviors sometimes lead to riskier relationship patterns. Falling in love so easily could make you not only daydream about your new crushes, but also feel tempted to sleep with them if they show interest. In the rush of the moment, it's also easy to forget about protecting yourself. You may fall so deeply and believe they're the one, but end up repeating the same pattern over and over again. Following the crowd. Studies have shown that there's another reason for this behavior, especially among teens and young adults. Peer pressure. It can play a big role in why someone might engage in casual sex. It often starts subtly. Maybe you're hanging out with friends who casually talk about their hookups. Over time, as they keep sharing their stories, it starts to feel like this is the normal or cool thing to do. Social acceptance and the fear of being left out are big psychological factors here. You might begin to feel like you're missing out or worry that you'll seem out of place if you don't join in. That pressure can build, making you second-guess your own boundaries. And before you know it, you might start considering casual sex just to feel accepted or to avoid being judged. It's important to point out that this varies across cultures. Adolescents who live in collectivist cultures, which value social context, may feel more pressure to conform to traditional social norms. In these cultures, casual sex is often frowned upon, and there may be even greater pressure to adhere to conservative sexual values. Meanwhile, in more individualistic cultures, there is generally more acceptance of liberal attitudes towards sex. Is this behavior something that's common in your culture or social circle? Let us know in the comments if you're comfortable. Swipe right. And in today's modern world, dating apps have changed the game. Using them can feel like a rush, a constant stream of new faces and matches. There's something thrilling about swiping through potential partners and wondering who might be next. But behind the fun, there's often a lack of caution. Studies have found that people who use dating apps are more likely to engage in risky sexual behaviors, especially if they're not completely satisfied with their sex lives. Some users report having more sexual partners and an increased chance of not using protection consistently. What's interesting is that even though many dating app users feel they're at low risk for STIs, they're still more likely to get tested. So while swiping might seem harmless, it's essential to stay aware of the potential consequences. What do you think? Is promiscuity just part of being human, or is there more to it? Your thoughts matter to us, so drop a comment below, and of course, let us know if you have any more questions regarding this topic. And if you'd like to learn more about sexuality, check out 6 shocking psychological facts about sex. Until next time, thanks for watching.